it's either 20 feet, okay? Kung 20 feet, edi yun yung magiging pressure niya at 20, okay? Or kapag naman you're going to identify your pressure at 40, edi substitute mo lang siya into 40 feet. Ano? So makukuha mo na yung ating pressure. So take note, yung pressure natin is pound force per square feet. Okay? So, saan po ito galing? So, yung specific weight is based from water kasi inassume natin na water yung liquid. Okay? And ang standard specific weight ng water, we know is 62.4 pound per cubic feet. Okay? So, ito po yung solution for problem number 1. So, you can snapshot, guys, the solution. Ano? Okay? So, let's proceed to problem number 2. Nasaan mali? Okay. So, itong problem number 2 naman na to. So, again, as you can see sa problem na, it's a closed tank. Okay? So, kung closed tank siya, dapat is, siya is gauge pressure yung ating magiging sagot. So, we don't need to add an atmospheric pressure kasi this is a closed vessel. Ano? So, it's composed of glycerin and the vapor pressure. Okay? So, tinatanong natin the pressure at the bottom of the tank. So, let's say at the pressure of this ano. So, ibig sabihin at the solution, yung pressure mo at the bottom, okay? So, syempre, siya yung ating vapor pressure or yung P ng V plus yung pressure mo ng glycerin. Okay, ng gly. Okay? So, this is also equivalent to pressure ng vapor which is yung ating 50 kPa, kilonewton per square meter plus lang natin ng pressure ng glycerin. Okay, so ano nga yung mga formula natin ng pressure? Pressure is equals to, so given may specific gravity. Okay, so ano ba yung formula natin kapag may specific gravity? Di ba? We have the specific gravity multiplied by the standard specific weight. Okay, okay. This is the standard specific weight times yung ating depth. Okay? Di ba ito yung mga formula natin ng ating pressure or specific weight times height or pressure is equals to rho GH na ang rho G nga natin is specific weight. Ano? Okay? Then in terms of specific gravity, so ito yung laging kong ginagamit na formula kasi mostly yung mga formulas natin for finding pressure is laging specific gravity yung given. Okay? So kaya ito yung lagi yung ginagamit na formula. So yung glycerin natin, we know this is a liquid. So therefore, dapat yung standard specific weight na gagamitin natin should be based from water. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung pressure mo sa glycerin is equals to, since this is a metric, okay, we have specific gravity, which is 12.34. It's 12.34. Multiply lang natin siya ng standard specific weight ng water. So ano ba yung standard specific weight ng water? Di ba 9.81. Basta 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. Just multiply lang natin ang depth na 2 meter, okay? So dito, lalabas na yung iyong pressure at the bottom. Okay, in kilonewton per meter squared or in Pascal. Okay, so you don't need to add atmospheric pressure. Okay, atmospheric pressure because this is a closed vessel. Okay, so this is the pressure at the bottom. So yeah, you can compute na lang guys. Ano? So again, it's just the sum of yung ating vapor pressure plus yung ating glycerin. Okay, so you can snapshot now. Then, for number 3 naman, so pag nakakita naman kayo ng ganito, it's a combination of several liquids on a certain tank. So, pag ang gagawin nyo lamang dito is just pagpaplasin-plasin nyo lang. Ano? Okay? So, since ang tinatanong naman dito is the pressure at the bottom of the tank again, so ibig sabihin, yung pressure mo at the bottom is the total pressure natin, which is yung pressure ng, so this is an open, so ibig sabihin, meron ka ditong automatically atmospheric pressure na. So we can have atmospheric pressure plus yung pressure mo ng oil, o oil SAE, okay, plus pressure ng water, plus pressure ng olive oil ulit, olive oil, gawin natin OL, plus pressure naman ng mercury, Hg. So yun lang. So pagpa-plus-plusin lang natin para makuha natin yung pressure at the bottom. Okay, so ibig sabihin, since this is a kPa again, so we have 101.03 as your atmospheric pressure. So ito siya. It is kilonewton per squared meter plus pressure ng oil. So we have binigay specific gravity. So we have 0.89. Multiply natin by the standard specific weight of water na 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. Multiply by 1.5 plus water. So we know this is 1. So we have 1 times, again, 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter times 2.5. So, saan po galing tong 9.81? This is yung standard specific weight ng water. Ano? Kaya siya 9.81 and this is yung specific gravity. Okay? Plus olive oil. So, olive oil is 1.39. So, it's 1.39 multiply by 9.81 may multiply by 2.9 plus mercury. So, mercury is 13.6 times 9.81 okay, multiply by 0.4. Okay, so lalabas, ito yung mismong pressure mo at the bottom. Equals in kPa. Okay? So, any questions so far guys dun sa ating naging activity? So, madali lang naman, no? Pagkuha ng pressure. Any questions? Or kung wala, can you please thumbs up if wala kayong questions? Wala pala. Wala. Okay, so sige guys. Think kung wala kayong questions, we will proceed now to the next topic natin. Ano? Okay. So, this is another topic natin for pressure measuring instruments. Okay. So, I think napag-aralan niyo rin to sa inyong mga previous subjects. Okay. So, you're going to determine or to calculate the pressure by using the pressure measuring instruments. So, yung meron tayong iba't ibang klase ng pressure measuring instruments. So, we have manometers, piezometer, pressure gauge, and barometers. Okay? So, pag sinabi sa inyo manometer, is a simple and inexpensive device of measuring pressure and pressure difference. Okay? So, dito, kung mapapansin nyo dito, yung manometer natin is, sabi dito, it can be used for, may questions? Hindi ko makita kung may nag-raise ng hand eh. Wait lang. Okay, wala naman. Okay, so dito, yung manometers natin guys, as you can see, dalawang klase siya. It can be a device of measuring pressure and pressure difference. Okay, so yung manometers natin, it can be an open manometer and a differential manometer. So pag open manometer, yan, ito yung mga sample ng mga open manometers. So as you can see, let's say for example, itong bilog na to, or yung M at saka yung N, let's say ito yung piping mo na may laman liquid, okay, that you need to determine what is the pressure on that. So, ang ginagawa dyan, ini-insertan lang nila ito ng pressure measuring instruments, okay, or binubutasan nila yung pipe, okay. Ang tendency, yung flow ng liquid dito will flow on the tube, okay. So, based dun sa elevation ng liquid na mag-register dun sa mismong tube na yon, that will determine the pressure inside this piping. Okay? So, as you can see here, this one is open siya. Okay? Kasi naka-open yung tube niya from the atmosphere. Okay? So, pag ganyan yung manometer, ang tawag sa kanya is an open manometer. Okay? Kasi open siya in the atmosphere. Okay? And kapag open manometer, okay, you are just determining the pressure. Okay? So, yung pressure mismo nung nasa piping mo or dito sa point M at saka sa point N, yung madidetermine mo. Okay? If pressure differential yan, ito, open manometer siya. Kung differential manometer naman, so as you can see naman, hindi na siya open kasi ang sinusukat niya dito is yung pressure difference mo between point M and point N. So let's say we have two piping, ano? Let's say meron kang dalawang piping dito and you are just need to determine ano yung magiging differential pressure ng dalawa. Okay? So ibig sabihin ng differential pressure, it should be PM minus PN or PN minus PM. Okay? Or ano yung change ng pressure ng dalawang ito. Okay? So if you're going to get the pressure difference, you can use the differential manometer. Okay? So differential manometer is connecting to. Okay? Hindi siya open sa atmosphere kasi they are connecting with each other. Okay? Close siya. Okay? So it's also what we call as a closed manometer. Okay? So again, if we're going to, kapag sa problem, nakakita kayo ng gento, okay, na na close siya, ibig sabihin, your answer will be the difference of pressure. Okay? So ibig sabihin, it should be PM minus PN or PN minus PM. So it's either dun sa dalawang ito kung ano yung magkapalit, ano. So it's either, let's say for example, if PM mo minus PN, ang nakuha mo sagot is a negative pressure, negative value. So anong ibig sabihin nun? So pinapakita lang, huwag kayong magpapanik pag negative, hindi siya ibig sabihin mali yung answer mo. So it only determines that kapag negative siya, okay, if negative yung sagot mo dito ng value, that means yung pressure mo at N is higher compared kay pressure at M. Okay? So ibig sabihin, kung positive naman to, ibig sabihin yung pressure mo at N is higher compared kay pressure at M. Okay? Then kapag open manometer, ay nawala. Then again, kapag open manometer naman tayo, so parang kaparehas ang pag-solve natin dito sa ganito. You will determine the mismong pressure indication, kung ano yung pressure lang dun sa point M or pressure sa point N. Okay, so I hope you get the difference between the two. Okay, so we can also have classified it as piezometer. So yung manometer natin, this is the simplest form of a piezometer is the simplest form of manometer, which is tapped into the wall of a pressure conduit for the purpose of measuring pressure. So mostly guys, ang itsura ng piezometer is ito yung mga nasa tangke. Okay, or nasa tank siya, okay? And then dito is ini-insertan lang natin siya ng piezometer. So ganyan lang siya. Isang vertical lang na ganyan. So syempre yung liquid magre-register dito. Okay, so ito yung makukuha natin yung mismong pressure equivalent nito. Okay? So yun naman yung example ng piezometer. Okay, so for you to solve manometer problems, so yung una muna nating i-consider is how are you going to solve pressure using an open manometer. So again, if it's an open manometer, you are just measuring the pressure, okay, in a specific point. Okay, so step by step procedure number one, it is easier to work in units of pressure head rather than pressure for solving any manometer problem. Number one, draw a sketch of the manometer approximately to scale. Number two, decide on the fluid of which head are to be expressed. Water is more desirable. In most cases, we suggest to use head in water even if there is no water in the system. Okay. And number three, anong ibig sabihin nun guys? So, ibig sabihin nun, kahit na sa manometer mo, let's say for example, there's a combination of a liquid and a gas. So let's say, di ba sabi natin, kapag kumukuha ka ng pressure or let's say specific weight kapag gases, di ba ang ginagamit natin should be the standard specific weight of air. Ano? So sinasabi lang dito na use water for as a desirable. So ibig sabihin kahit na siya is air, okay? When you're getting the pressure or the specific weight, so use na lang specific weight of water for all. Okay? So starting at a point of no pressure head, number in order the levels of contact of fluids of different specific gravities. Proceed from level to level. Add pressure head in going down and subtract pressure head in going up with due regard to the specific gravity of the fluid. So isa-isahin natin to by providing an example. Okay? This is sample nito is this is a piezometer. Okay? A piezometer kasi isang ganyan lang siya. Okay? Ang piezometer, isang ganyan lang. Then magiging ang mga manometer natin yung mga ganyan-ganyan na ano. Okay? So let's say for example, number 1, for the pressure vessel containing glycerin with a piezometer attached, what is the pressure at point A? Okay? So let's say ito daw is glycerin. Then insert tayo ng piezometer at this point. Okay? So since this is an open to atmosphere, you are just determining the pressure at point A or yung mismong pressure at liquid. Okay? So dito, as you can see, wala tayong given na glycerin. Okay? Na value. So we can use, gamitin na lang natin yung glycerin natin on the previous problem. So yung specific gravity ng glycerin natin ay nasaan? 12.34. So we can use specific gravity of 12.34 based din data. No? Yun na rin din yung gamitin natin. Okay, so let's say ang specific gravity is 12.34. Okay, so for you to determine the pressure, okay, ang gagawin nyo lang is magsisimula kayo dito. Okay, kasi yun yung hinahanap natin. So again, lagay nyo lang pressure A. Okay, okay. So sabi natin, di ba dun sa principle ng pressure, sinasabi ko, okay, water or in determining the pressure, okay, so dito sa diniscuss ko na properties of pressure at same elevation is constant. So we're just having a review on this. Ano? Asan yan? Characteristics of pressure. The values of the pressure acting at any point in a fluid at rest are equal regardless of its direction. Okay? So, itong number 2 characteristics of pressure, gamit na gamit to pag magsosolve ka ng manometer. Okay? So, dito, sinasabi lang niya that yung pressure mo at A is constant throughout. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, from this level, at this point, it's also pressure A. Ano? Okay? So, same yan. So this point and this point are the same kasi they are on the same axis or same elevation. Okay? Then sabi, kapag ikaw is pataas dun sa datum line, it should be negative. Pag pababa sa datum line, should be positive. Okay? Kasi as you can see, nawala ulit. Makikita nyo dun sa direction, excuse me, saan ba yun? Mapapansin nyo dito sa direction natin ng wala. Yan. Level to level. Okay? Yung level na pinapakita ko is itong line. Okay? Sabi dito, add pressure head kapag going down. So kapag yung liquid mo is going down, positive. Pag yung liquid mo is going up, negative. So tayo is going up kasi yung itong pressure no, pinupush niya ito upward yung liquid natin. So that's why it's negative. Okay? So when you're going to calculate, start with PA, okay? Pataas. So pataas is negative, so minus. Computing natin yung pressure dito. So since this is a glycerin, so yung pressure mo at this point is 12.34. So this is specific gravity times water, 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter multiplied by depth. So this is ano pala, English. So we're going to use English. So it's 62.4. Okay, so this is pounds per cubic feet. Okay, multiply natin by 40.8 inches. Okay, mali. Hindi siya magka-cancel. So, multiply natin by 1 cubic feet. Tama ba? Nasa height na tayo. 1 feet all over 40.8 inches. Hindi. Sorry guys, medyo narito ako. Multiply natin ng depth. So, multiply by depth, 40.8 inches. Okay? Convert lang natin siya into feet. Ano? So ito ay 1 feet is 25, 12 inches. 1 feet is 12 inches. 1 feet is 12 inches. So this will cancelled, okay, cancelled. So it should be feet squared. So, sasagot, PA equals, so ito nga pala is equals to 0, ano? Equals to 0. Okay? So itong negative na to, so pag nilabas mo siya dun sa 0, magiging siyang positive. Kaya PA is equals to positive pounds per square feet. Okay? So ano yung sagot? It's 12.34 times 62.4 times 40.8 over 12. So the answer is positive 2618.05 pounds per square feet. Okay? So nakuha nyo yung sagot? Okay? Any questions? So ganyan guys yung pagsosolve pag piezometer. Okay, madali lang. Ano? Any questions? Wala. Okay, so next let's proceed to problem number 2. Manometer naman to, ano? So number 2. Okay, so in the figure, yung fluid to daw is carbon tetrachloride. So binigay ang specific gravity, 15.57. Yung fluid naman natin is benzene. Okay, specific gravity is 8.62. So tinatanong is the absolute pressure at point A. Okay, so what will be the absolute pressure at point A? So ngayon guys, kung mapapansin nyo yung sagot natin kanina dito, okay? So hindi ko siya pinalasan ng atmospheric pressure. Okay, bakit? Kasi sabi ko sa inyo, kahit na siya is open sa atmosphere, hindi ko siya pinalasan ng hindi ko siya convert sa absolute pressure. This is because this is a pressure measuring instrument. Okay? Pag mga manometer, piezometer, your pressure or your final answer should be gauge pressure. Okay? So you don't need to plus it by an absolute pressure. You don't need to add an atmospheric pressure on that. Okay? So I hope this is clear. Ano? So for this one, so kahit na siya is may atmospheric pressure, again, we will not convert it into absolute pressure. Okay, we will use the gauge pressure as a final answer kasi this is a pressure measuring instrument. Okay, so next, again, start tayo here. So we have your pressure A, which is yung ating hinahanap. Pressure A, okay, so pressure at this point is the same with the pressure at this point. Okay, so dito na tayo. Ito yung datum. So ang tendency, a fluid that goes down is positive. Okay, so ibig sabihin PA plus kasi pababa. Okay, so this is fluid 1. Ang fluid 1 natin is benzene, 8.62. So plus 8.62 multiplied by water, 9.81, multiplied by depth, 12 centimeter. So convert lang natin siya into meter, ano? So 12 over 100. Okay? So makukuha na natin yung pressure niya. Okay? So nandito na tayo sa point na to. So again, this point is with same elevation up to this point. Okay? So parehas lang yan. Okay? So next, this is upward. Okay? So ibig sabihin, pag upward, minus. Okay? Again, this is fluid 2. Fluid 2 is 15.57. 15.57 multiply by 9.81, okay, multiply by 35 over 100. So here, okay, mako-compute mo na equals to 0. Don't forget equals to 0. So again, mako-compute mo na. So what is the value of PA? So it should be 8.62 times 9.81 times 12 over 100 Okay, minus 15.57 times 9.81 times 35 over 100 equals. So lalabas, ang PA is 43.31 kPa. Okay, do you have any questions on this? Or just can you please thumbs up kung walang questions? Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so ito yung problem number 2. Dako tayo sa problem number 2. Ito naman, problem number 3. So a manometer is attached to a pipe containing oil. Okay, calculate the pressure at point A. So again, pressure it at point A. So start tayo dito. Sabihin we have pressure A. Okay. So they have the same constant dito. Okay. So this is oil. Okay. Still this is oil. Okay. So they have the same. Ano? So this is pressure A. This is pressure A. Pare-parehas lang yan. This is pressure A. So hindi na siya equal dito kasi this is water na. Okay? So kung siya is pare-parehas na fluid, okay, kung ito is oil, 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 okay, oil pa rin to, so they have the same. So since ito naman is, ito'y water na, so ito yung mismong boundary ng water, so hindi na sila parehas. Okay? So ibig sabihin, pwedeng mag-start na tayo at this point. Ito yung datum line natin, pababa, so it should be plus oil 0.85 times 9.81 by multiply by 0.2. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dito na tayo. So, water na tayo. And they have the same equals to dito. Okay? Kasi they have same elevation. Then, pataas, minus water. So, water is 1. Yung specific gravity. So, 9.81 times 1.5. 1.5 equals to 0. So, ngayon, lalabas na yung pressure A is equals to, so 0.85 times 9.81 times 0.2 minus 9.81 times 1.5. Okay, lalabas. Ang sagot is 13. Ano? 13.05 kPa. Okay. So, madali lang. Ano? Okay. So, ganun yung pagsusolve ng open manometer. Okay. At saka piezometer. So, dako na tayo sa differential manometer. Okay. So, ito naman. Okay. So, dito tayo. Between A and B. Okay. So, ang pagsosolve naman itong differential manometer, ano lang yan, same lang din ng ating pressure manometer, ng ating open manometer. Okay, ang pagkakaiba nga laang, sa halip na equal siya sa zero, hindi yung kanina natin is, ine-equate natin siya sa zero. Pag differential, i-equate natin siya dun sa next pressure, or pressure. Ano ba dito? Sa halip na siya is, kung ito'y open, equals to zero, so since siya is connected sa B, magiging siyang equals PB. Kaya magkakaroon siya ng, pag inequate mo yung equation, magiging na siyang pressure difference. Okay? So ngayon, to solve that, start, either of the two, pwede kayong mag-start guys. Pwede kayong mag-start dito muna from right to left, or pwede kayong mag-start from left to right. So it depends on you. Ano? Parehas din lang yung magiging sagot niyan. Okay? So kahit maging PA minus PB ka, or PB minus PA, yung ginawa mo, so again, it should be the same. Okay? Ang mangyayari lang, magkakaroon lang ng sign discrepancy. Kasi, syempre, yung isang magiging point dyan, it should be much more higher pressure compared to the other one. Okay? So, dito, I decided gawin kong PA minus PB. Okay? So, kung PA minus PB ako, I will start at pressure point A. Okay? So, we have pressure A. is equals to pressure at this point. Okay, so pare-parehas yan. So tayo ay A, ito ay water. So water daw yung puti, mercury yung black. Okay? So kung ito is downward, so again, pag downward plus, so tayo is naka-English. So we have water is 1 specific gravity multiplied by 62.4. This is pounds per cubic feet. Ano? Yung ating specific weight ng water. Okay? Multiply lang natin by elevation na 66.6, which is 66.6 inches. Okay? Times, ito ay 12 inches, 1 feet. Okay? So guys, pagpasensya nyo na isulat ko kasi nagsusulat lang ako from mouse. Medyo nanakit na rin yung kamay ko. Hindi ako nakakapag-type kasi ito ay snipping tool. Okay? Pero I hope naintindihan nyo naman yung aking sulat. Ano? Okay? So this is 66.6 over 12. So ibig sabihin, andito na tayo kasi nakompute natin yung pressure. Okay? So again, as you can see, ito ay mercury. So they have the same. Okay? So ito mercury pa rin. Pero as you can see, meron tayong water dito. Okay? So ibig sabihin, hindi siya parehas. Kung ito is buong mercury, so equal siya sa pressure na to. Okay? At equal siya sa pressure na to kasi mercury siya. Okay? So since meron siyang pag-iten na water, okay? So tigil ka dito. So again, ito na yung naging datum line. So pataas na tayo. So ibig sabihin minus tayo ng mercury. So 13.6 13.6 times 62.4 by times ito ay 40.3 ano. We have 40.3 over 12. Again, ano, kinonvert ko lang siya sa feet. So, ang ibig sabihin, andito na tayo sa point na to. Okay? It's also the same with this point. Okay? So, kasi this is water. So, again, this is downward. So, plus, ano? Plus water ulit tayo. So, we have 9.81 times 22 over 12. Dito na tayo. Is equals to dito sa point na to kasi same elevation. So, next, up. So, we have minus mercury 13.6 times, oops guys, so ito is not 9.81, so ito ay 62.4, sorry. Tayo nga pala ay English, 62.4. So 13.6 times 62.4 multiplied by elevation, nasa 30 inch. Ano? So it should be 30 inch over 12. Okay, so dito na ako. Okay. So ngayon, dito na ako sa point na to. Okay, so we have again minus ulit kasi pataas. So water na ulit tayo. So 62.4 multiply by 10 over 12. Okay, and this point, okay, is equals to this point. So gawin natin siyang equals to PB. Okay, so here, lalabas, we have PA. Then compute natin. 1 times 62.4 times, ano ba to? 66.6 over 12 minus 13.6 times 62.4 over 40.3 over 12 plus 62.4 over 22.2 over 12. Okay, minus 13.6 times 62.4 times 30 over 12. Okay, minus 62.4 over times 10 over 12. So guys, kung mali yung sagot ko, edi paki-inform na ako ha. Pero na-complete ko minus 4561.856 equals to PB. Okay, so ibig sabihin PA minus PB is equals to 4561.8 pounds per square feet. And this is your final answer. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Any questions? So, can you please thumbs up kung walang questions? Okay, okay. So, I hope the topic is clear. Ano? Okay. So, next, pressure gauge. Okay. So, dito naman sa pressure gauge na to, this is a device for measuring gauge pressure. Okay. So, ito naman, madali lang to. So, a 30-meter vertical column of fluid is located where G is 9 points. Find the pressure at the base of the column. So, ito naman is parang sabi niya dito, meron kang, teka, screenshot natin. Okay. Dito sabi lang niya, meron kang column daw, vertical column. Okay. So, let's say 30 meter vertical of fluid. Let's say meron tayong 30 meter. So, 30 meter. Okay. Then, may density, 187, located at G. Find the pressure at the base of the column. So, ito lang, madali lang. Ano. So, ano yung pressure? Ibig sabihin, andito yung pressure gauge. Okay? So, ano ba yung magiging measurement? So, madali lang. Yung gaya ng ginagawa natin, is equals to, this is density, and dg. So, ano ba yung pressure? Rho, we have density G times H. So, ito yung ating formula. So, density is 1878 kilograms per cubic meter to. Multiply by 9.65. This is meter per second squared. So, ito yung Newton na to. Newton per cubic meter. Multiply by height. 30 meter. Okay. So, ito ay Newton per square meter. Divide na lang natin ng 1,000 para maging kilonewton per cubic meter. So, lalabas, we have 1878 times 9.65 times 30 over 1,000. Mali ata ako. 1878 times 9.65 times 30 divided by 1,000. So, 543 kilonewton. No? 543.68 kPa. Okay? Tama? Any questions? Okay, so kung wala, ito naman, next. Barometer. So yung kanina, ito yun naman, barometer, di ba sabi natin, barometer is used to measure atmospheric pressure, ano? Okay, so this is a barometer. At kung mapapansin, sabi ko dito, ito yung diniscuss ko last week, last meeting, nagde-decrease ng 11.1 per 1,000 meter at sea level. Okay? So kung meron kang, let's say for example, kung ang sea level natin is 101.3 kilopascal, parang mali ata yung pagkakasabi ko sa inyo last time, ano? Parang sabi ko ati 61. So paki-correct na lang guys, ano? So please make it 11.1 pala yun, 11.1 kilopascal. Okay? It will be decreased by 11.1 per every 1,000 meter. Okay? So sample, the pressure of the boiler is 9.5. The barometric pressure is 75. Find the absolute pressure in the boiler. So madali lang to, no? So ito, gawin nyo lang. Kung ang pressure mo sa boiler ay 9.5, 9.5 kilograms per centimeter squared. Okay, so ito, convert mo lang siya into, convert nyo lang siya into kilonewton per square meter. So iwan ko na to sa inyo. Okay? Paplasan mo lang ng 768 mmHg. So itong 768 mmHg, convert nyo na lang siya sa mismong ano natin, kPa. So times ito ay 760 over 101.325 ano, kPa. Ito ay mmHg. Okay? So lalabas is kPa. Okay? So ito yung ating atmospheric pressure. Okay, so itong 9.5 kilograms per centimeter squared, convert natin sa kilonewton per square meter, paplasan mo lang siya nito, so yun ay yung absolute pressure. Ano? Okay, so hindi ko na siya sasagutan. Okay, so it's up, ipakisagot na lang. Madali lang naman, ano. Okay, so dito, number 2, determine the atmospheric pressure. So ito nga, 3,500 meter. So kung kanina sabi nga natin, yung pressure mo ngayon at 3,500, okay, is equals to 101.325 kPa. So ito yung ating at sea level, di ba? So maminusan lang natin siya ng 11.1 kPa per every 1,000 meter. Okay? Okay? Per 1,000 meter. So syempre multiply natin kung ilang natin 3,500 meter. Okay? So magka-cancelled out, cancelled out. So kPa lalabas yung pressure mo at 3,500 equals 101.325 minus 11.1 over 1,000. Multiply lang natin ng 3,500. Okay, so the answer is 62. 62.4. Ibig sabihin, ito yung ating kPa, atmospheric pressure at 3,500 meter. Okay? Nakuha po. Ano pa?
Opo.
Okay, thank you guys. Ayun, so tapos na pala tayo na. So hanggang dito lang guys yung module 1 natin, more on pressure measuring instruments. So madali lang. Tapos na natin yung different properties of the fluid. Then natapos na rin natin yung mga how to get pressures and also pressure measuring instruments. Okay? Then for next meeting, we'll proceed to the discussion naman ng module 2. Okay, so sa module 2 guys, I think ang module 2 is the discussion ng hydrostatic forces. Okay? I suggest mag-review kayo ng ating integral calculus. Okay? Kasi for you to get the hydrostatic forces, you need to integrate. Okay, so medyo dadako na tayo sa medyo mga mahirap-hirap na topic natin. So, yun nga guys para hindi kayo ma-shock, ma-culture shock sa pag-integrate, di paki-review ng integral calculus. Okay, kasi yun nga, meron tayong mga equations na ipo-provide, then you're going to integrate. Okay? Based from the equations. Okay, so syempre medyo mahirap pa kayong magsagot kung nalimutan nyo na yung pag-integral. Okay? Kaya I suggest i-review nyo rin. Okay? So yun lang guys, and for Saturday, so wala tayong klase next Saturday. And then on Sunday, so since on Sunday asynchronous tayo, wala na rin tayong klase. Okay, so ibig sabihin for this week, hindi na magbibigay ng activity for the asynchronous session. Okay, so enjoy your weekend na lang muna. Then for next meeting, doon tayo mag-focus for the next topic. Okay? Or pwede na, or I'll send you the module 2 na, okay, para may magawa kayo sa asynchronous session, edi kung kayo masipag talagang mag-aral at wala kayong ginagawa, edi ipag-aralan niyo yung module 2. Okay, advanced reading na. Okay? Ayun. So sige guys, kung wala nang questions guys or kung may question